Obscure City is a place where you can find many unique dangers. This is where she works, Cassandra Killjoy, paranormal private eye. Now a teenage girl's father has gone missing, and Killjoy believes that the city's enigmatic protector, the swordsman, is the key to finding him. So Killjoy must face many deadly dangers in her search for the swordsman. Available on Amazon.com.
Even extraordinary cartoons can have extraordinarily bad episodes, and when that happens you get InepToons. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Very few franchises have had as strong a legacy in animation. Every generation has their Turtles cartoon, and each comes with its magnificent strengths and glaring weaknesses. Today we're talking about the 2012 version, also known as Nickelodeon's Ninja Turtles, created by the great Ciro Miele. A show that was known for its excellent seasonal story arcs, standalone episodes that were okay, and for openly referencing all Ninja Turtles media, from the comics to the original cartoon to the action figures. Case in point, the Pulverizer, an overt reference to Zack, the fifth turtle, a character from the original 1987 cartoon. Zack was a little kid who was a fan of the Turtles, so he put on a stupid Ninja Turtles costume, and the Turtles allowed him to come along on their adventures for some reason. And I know what you're thinking. Erod, surely the creators realized that this was a terrible idea and put a stop to this immediately. Nope! Zack was in 7 episodes! 7 freaking episodes! But I digress, as the only thing that is worse than this is bringing this horrible character, or at least a new version of this horrible character, back for the new series. And thus, fanboys and fangirls, from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2012, this is the Pulverizer. Now, before we get going, it's important to note that most of this show is serialized, meaning that most of the episodes continue onto the next. In the case of the Pulverizer, we catch up with the Turtles right after they have stolen a highly volatile power cell from the Krang, who in this show are an evil subspecies of the Utrom, as opposed to one single evil interdimensional alien. Also, in their human disguises, the Krang look an awful lot like Adam Carolla. I don't know why this is, but they should seriously consider paying him some likeness rights. Anywho, the question is, what do the Turtles intend to do with the power cell? Create an electromagnetic pulse cannon to shut down the Shredder's entire operation? Use it to power an interdimensional portal to suck the Krang back to Dimension X? Nope! Donatello uses it to build a new vehicle, called the Shell Racer. Gotta sell them toys, boys! Our heroes decide to take their new wheels for a joyride, when they spot the Purple Dragon Gang committing a robbery. The Turtles are about to jump into action and turn the Purple Dragons into the Black and Blue Dragons, when suddenly, the titular character rears his ugly head.
I think you forgot to pay for that, but don't worry, I accept cash, check, or teeth.
Yep. That's a good one.
Get ready, folks, as you're about to see the Pulverizer's amazing face-to-foot technique. That blood and contusions on his face and body means that it's working. Our heroes jump in to foil the felons, but Doofus McDingleberry gets in the way. And I know this will shock no one, but the bad guys get away. Oh, Pulverizer, you suck so hard. And just to put the sprinkles on the shit sundae, the Turtles go to leave and accidentally close the Shell Racer's doors on the Pulverizer's bandana and drag him all the way back to their secret lair. And for those of you who are wondering why he doesn't take off his mask to free himself, the reason he doesn't do that is because that would make sense.
You guys hear something?
Okay, that's pretty funny. Meanwhile, back at the lair.
Great! First this doofus gets in the way of a good purple dragon stomping, and now he knows where our lair is?
Hey, stop pointing out all the issues with this episode. That is my job! The Turtles question Dimwit McGooseberry and find out that the reason that he knows about them is because he saw them fighting Baxter Stockman a few weeks ago, and then decided to become a superhero by simply putting on a rubber suit and nothing else.
I saw you guys and I thought, what have they got that I haven't got?
Years of training under a Grandmaster of Ninjutsu?
No, an awesome costume.
I hate him so much.
The turtles have no time to deal with dumbass McPoopy Pants, so they ignore him and work the case at hand. They quickly determine that the purple dragons are stealing Krang tech on behalf of Baxter Stockman, probably to build better foot soldiers for the Shredder. Leo takes Raph and Mikey with him to investigate, and leaves Donnie behind to fix the Shell Razor and take Dingus McNoodlenut back home. Yup, they left Donnie with him. Technically, this should count as sibling abuse. Donnie does his best to repair the Shell Razor. Spanky McButtmunch helps by being an insufferable annoying prick. Donnie decides to quell his inability to stand still and act like an adult human being by teaching him martial arts. Nah, Donnie, don't do it. Nah. Brother, that's like giving gasoline to a pyromaniac. Now, I know this might shock some of you, but believe it or not, when it comes to martial arts, the Pulverizer is actually f***ing horrible! Guys, he is so horrible that Splinter finds the need to interfere and impart words of wisdom.
Donatello, he has no business learning our art. He is a doofus.
Yes! Thank you! Donnie justifies training the Pulverizer by claiming that the guy is going to get into trouble no matter what he does, so might as well teach him how to defend himself. My counter-argument to that is, don't train him. Let him get hurt. That way he'll learn not to f*** with things that he has no business f***ing with. Ugh. You know what? How about we see what the other turtles are up to? We find our heroes doing some recon at Baxter Stockman's lair, where they discover that their hunch was correct. Baxter is using Krang tech to enhance Shredder's minions. Specifically, he built a pair of prosthetic legs for Zever, who Mikey rechristens Fishface, which is awesome.
Well, it was that or Robocarp.
Our heroes jump into action, but Fishface proves to be the deadliest catch. Not only giving the boys in green a severe thrashing, but poisoning Raph in the process. Mikey doesn't know what to do, so he calls Donnie for help. And as it turns out, Donnie can make an antidote. But in order to get it to Raph in time, he needs to prepare the antidote on the way to Baxter's lair, and have someone else drive the Shell Razor. Oh, okay. Just ask Splinter to drive and then no! Now, I know this will shock some of you, but when it comes to driving the Shell Razor, the Pulverizer is actually f***ing horrible! Luckily, thanks to Donnie's quick thinking, he maneuvers the Shell Razor into an Evel Knievel jump, they crash through the wall, and save Raph just in time. Unfortunately, the crash cracked the power cell's casing, and now the Krang can track them, so our heroes try to make a run for it. But the Krang give chase. The turtles do their best to fight them off with all of the Shell Razor's new weapons, which are extremely toyetic. And I have to say, the chase goes pretty smoothly. It's a good thing they don't have a 250-pound dillweed to sabotage them. Oh, wait, they do. So Moron McDingledick gets into trouble, and Donnie has to choose between saving him or stopping the Krang from getting away with the power cell. Donnie's a hero. He chooses to save the dingus, therefore allowing the baddies to get away.
Looks like I mucked everything up, didn't I?
Hey, bro, it's not your fault.
Actually, Mikey, it is.
Yup! And so our episode ends, with the turtles mercifully parting ways with the Pulverizer, and having to push the Shell Razor home as the Krang stole back their power source, culminating with a really funny moment where they realized that they had been pushing the vehicle all along with the parking brake on.
Oh, wait. Sorry, guys! Try it now.
And thank God that's the last time we will ever see the no. They made another Pulverizer episode. Ugh. Bring it on. So, in this installment of the misadventures of the Stupidizer, about a month has passed since the turtles' last encounter with the clueless Klutz. And the turtles are actually getting bored of fighting the Foot.
Dude, it's like we just cleared a video game on easy.
Real combat is not like a video game.
Hey, coins!
Okay, That's pretty funny. When suddenly, they spot one lone foot ninja trying to sneak into a building, whom they subdue very easily. And who is this lone foot ninja?
The Pulverizer?
Son of a... So how did the Pulverizer end up being a foot ninja? Time for a flashback. Pulvy decided to take Donnie's advice and train. So he joined Bradford's dojo, where unbeknownst to him is where the foot soldiers secretly train. After seeing how much of a talentless annoying prick he is, the foot recruited him to be an Ashigaru shop, which means cannon fodder. That's right, instead of wasting time teaching him martial arts that he will never master, they are just using him as a decoy. So thus far in these episodes, the foot are smarter than the turtles. Flash forward! So Pulverizer offers to spy on the Shredder and the foot on behalf of the turtles. The turtles tell him no repeatedly, but because his brain doesn't work like a normal Earth human brain, he assumes that the turtles' discouragement is actually subterfuge to maintain their cover, and proceeds with his self-imposed spy mission.
I'm in ninja stealth mode. I hate him so much.
Cut to the lair. There, while Mikey reads a big heaping bowl of foreshadowing, Splinter accuses the turtles of being too complacent. So in order to challenge them, he orders them to switch weapons. Donnie ended up with Raph's sigh. Get it? Cause Rob Paulsen, the voice of Donatello, voiced Raphael in the original cartoon? I see what you did there. Anyway, the weapon switch goes about as well as one would imagine. After severely being humbled by their surrogate rat father, Donnie gets a text from the Pulverizer, informing them where the foot are going to strike next. And wait a minute, you gave that guy your phone number? Let's just keep going. Our heroes arrive on the scene where they find the foot stealing mutagen. And then Dingbat McJackass gives away their position.
I hate him so much.
A fight ensues, but due to the weapon switch, the turtles perform very poorly.
Switch weapons!
Unfortunately, their efforts are too little too late, and the foot get away with the mutagen. Now, anyone with half a brain knows why they stole the mutagen.
You'll never guess what Shredder's gonna do with the mutagen.
Oh god, could somebody please tell him?
He's gonna create a mutant army to destroy us?
The good news is that now that the turtles know what the foot are up to, they don't need the Pulverizer to spy for them anymore. So he can just...
I'm practically invisible. Oh, I'm okay. Sorry. Again. I'm gonna go spy now.
Oh god, why do I even bother? Back at the lair, our heroes return from their mission bragging a little too much about how badly they beat the foot with their signature weapons. Splinter overhears, gets mad that they completely disregarded his lesson, and punishes them by taking their weapons away. But no time to grumble, as Donnie gets yet another call from the Pulverizer. Seriously, Don, change your number! This time, Pulvy informs them that the Shredder plans to test the mutagen on a foot soldier who volunteered. And how does Balls McDoucheface know this? Because he is the foot soldier who volunteered. Donnie tries to explain to him that the mutagen is unstable and dangerous, and asks him repeatedly not to do this. But I honestly don't think that the Pulverizer has the capability to comprehend basic forms of communication. At the secret location where the mutagen test is taking place, it becomes evidently clear that the Pulverizer believes that the mutagen will magically turn him into either one of the turtles or an all-powerful mutant. We know this because he says all of these things aloud and is incapable of shutting the f*** up. Donnie shows up in the nick of time with the rest of the turtles not too far behind. They grab whatever they can find to use as weapons and jump into action. But in spite of the turtles' best efforts to save him, the Pulverizer intentionally keeps trying to dump mutagen on his own head. Now look, I can completely understand two people having a verbal miscommunication, but surely this guy isn't so stupid that he can't visually tell that the turtles are trying to stop him from... Well, I guess now the question is, what mutant is the Pulverizer going to turn into? Duck Ace, Wingnut, Mundo Gecko? Hell, it could even be— oh my god! Oh! Kill it! Kill it with fire! That's right, the subtle foreshadowing paid off, as the Pulverizer becomes Mutagen Man. The Foots decide to cut their losses, so they set the place to self-destruct and hightail it out of there. Our heroes could easily get out and escape long before the explosives go off, but they opt to go back and save Mr. Blobby. Donnie captures him in a large glass container and they haul him out of there on the stealth cycle. And so our episode ends, with Donnie taking a vow to one day cure the Pulverizer, and Shredder starting an alliance with the Krang to stop the Turtles once and for all. The freaking end. The question is, did any of this pay off in a future episode? The answer is yes. In the Season 2 episode Mutagen Man Unleashed, which coincidentally is the episode that introduces Casey Jones. At this point in the story, the Turtles have had a falling out with their only human ally, April O'Neil, who Donnie has a crush on, and has spent months telling Mutagen Man about his feelings for April, and lamenting about the breakdown in their relationship. So Blobby drinks a mutagen sample from Donnie's lab, regains control over his form, and goes after April, believing Donnie's feelings to be his own. So it's up to the Turtles to stop him and set things right. This episode is excellent, brilliantly illustrating the flaws in a one-sided romantic infatuation, as well as using the Mutagen Man as a visual metaphor for Donnie's unhealthy obsession with April. The question is, was it worth it to have to go through 2 bad episodes to get to one good one? No! No, it wasn't! I will give all the credit in the world to actor Roger Craig Smith for effectively and convincingly playing such an irritable prick, but maybe, just maybe, he might have done too good of a job, cause most of the fandom really hate this character. So much so that there was a noticeable drop in the ratings when the Pulverizer Returns aired. Thankfully, the show recovered by Season 2, but you can't argue with the numbers, and you know that the creators felt the animosity as 3 whole seasons go by after Mutagen Man Unleashed, and the character is never referenced again outside of the occasional cameo in the background of Donnie's lab. That's right, in spite of Donnie's solemn vow to cure the Pulverizer, he never does it. He remains a frozen jar of goo for the remainder of the series. And the sad thing is that fans rarely complain about this, meaning that in the end, the Pulverizer did fulfill his role as an Ashigarusha.
Do you know what Ashigarusha means?
No.
It means cannon fodder.
Oh, wow.
Do you know what that means?
No.
Next time on InepTToons.
You're not Yellow Jacket. You're Hank